A blast rocks Turkey's government district. It happened at the gates of the Interior Ministry just hours before Parliament was due to reopen after the summer recess. We'll go live to our correspondent in Turkey for the latest. We begin with breaking news from Turkey, where a suicide bomb attack has hit the capital, Ankara. Officials are calling it a terrorist attack. They say a suicide bomber detonated an explosive device at the gates of the Interior Ministry. A second attacker was reportedly killed in a gun battle with police. 2 officers were injured in the shootout. The attack happened just hours before Parliament reconvenes after a summer recess. No one has yet claimed responsibility. For more, I'm joined by DW correspondent Dorian Jones in Istanbul. Dorian, what more can you tell us about this attack?
Well, there is still very limited information coming out around this attack. What we understand from the Interior Ministry is that a minivan approached the entrance to the Interior Ministry. One of the attackers got out of the van and then detonated explosives, killing the attacker. Then a second one, armed with a pistol, then engaged in a firefight. There are reports that the person detonated a hand grenade, and then there was subsequently killed by the police around the building protecting it. We understand at least 2 policemen have been injured. What their status is and how serious those injuries are still remains unclear. Now, this attack happened at the Interior Ministry, which is very close to the Turkish Parliament, which is set to open for the autumn session. So symbolically, this carries some significance here. But the Interior Ministry were very clear to say that this was dealt with very swiftly and effectively. Still, no one has claimed responsibility for this attack, but investigations are going on.
Dorian, at this very early stage, of course, any more details or ideas about suspects and motives?
Well, Turkey, unfortunately, has a history of these attacks across the country, although this attack on the capital, Ankara, is the first in a number of years. But back in 2015, the capital witnessed the country's worst terror attack. Over 100 people were killed in an attack at a demonstration near the main railway station. That was blamed on a group linked to Islamic State. That was the country's worst terror attack, but there have been many attacks in the last year here in Istanbul. The main high street witnessed another attack that was blamed on Kurdish militants. So there are a whole spate of all different kinds of groups that have carried out these attacks. But it has to be said that given that this does appear to be quite involving limited explosives, that possibly could point to a fringe left-wing group, the DHKPC. They have too carried out similar attacks on Interior Ministry and police. But there are many suspects at this moment, and the Interior Ministry and the security forces are carrying out intensive investigations to get to the bottom of who's behind this latest attack.
Understood. That is Dorian Jones in Istanbul, as ever. Many thanks.